Wow. Look, Mike, show us your badge. Show us your badge, as they say. AP.
Yay. All liveried up, all branded, all corporate.
Mate, so am I. Look, the boss.
Well, you are, I suppose.
Hey, listen, I don't know about you, Mike, but I've got bags under my eyes. My beards are not trimmed. We've just been full on for 3 days. But, you know, wow. I mean, it's just so people actually, you know, one of the things we always forget to do is start the show with who you are and who I am. So let me introduce you to Mike. Mike Pavely is our partnership director. He does everything partner. He looks after our partners hopefully very well. He brings our partners into our network. Mike, would you like to introduce me, please?
Jamie Radford, CEO, founder of the association, global influencer, all-round good guy, but also seasoned procurement and trained accountant. So so eminently qualified to lead the association.
There you go. Well, that's put you on the spot, isn't it? Right. Okay. So this week, Mike, we started the week off with a bang. Cake baking, photos, videos, shout outs. Yesterday was exactly the same, but more of the same. And what was lovely to see yesterday as we did our shout outs, as we went through the wall of appreciation, was the amount of senior people, C-suite people getting involved. So Stuart Griffiths got his COO, he got his CEO and CFO involved. And hopefully on Fridays, Stuart's going to try and get his CEO to join us on Friday Live to give us a view from sort of a more C-suite level, how important accounts payable is. And I think, you know, we all want that. We all want to push that message out. We want, you know, senior people within organizations to understand how important accounts payable and procure to pay really are. So it'd be lovely if we can get some time with him on Friday. He's taking some photos with mugs. He's eating lots of cake, so he owes us one. So hopefully Friday, when we have our last check-in, he'll be with us. And then tomorrow, you know, before we bring our guests on for today, tomorrow we've got the Live Summit. It's going to be brilliant. And the reason why, by the way, today we're having an international panel today, a global panel with some real superstars, some of our influencer community, plus one of our sponsors, but also Alistair's such a lovely guy. You'll love Alistair when he comes on in a second from Esker. Really looking forward to tomorrow's session. We've got well in excess of 100 people now. I think the room's at breaking point. We've been pushing the event all week to make sure the last couple of places are gone. I think they've all gone now. If I'm brutally honest with you, I think we've sold out. Let's put it that way. So it's always nice to do that in the current climate. It's going to be a great day, packed out agenda. And I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the 3 or 4 actually panel hosts who are doing this for the first time. So when Mary joins us in a second, we've got the one and only Mary Schaefer is going to join us in a second. Myself and Mary, for many a year, we've talked about having the stars of the future, people that want to get on stage, talk, and really promote accounts payable. What we've done this time, when we've done this summit, the AP Summit for tomorrow, we've invited 4 guests to come and actually not only talk on stage, but to host a panel. So thank you to Stuart Griffiths. As always, he's pushing the boundaries. He's joining us live on stage to run a panel. Rachel Long from Breedon, she's doing exactly the same. So they're all a little nervous, but actually I think it's excitement more than nervous. And then the wonderful Kat Moy and Gemma Durham are doing a joint panel as well. So look, tomorrow will be exceptional. We're going to have a really, really good day. Brad Burton, who probably doesn't need, you know, a nudge and a push and a confidence boost. He's going to be doing AP Life Maker in the afternoon. But I really want to give that shout out to the 4 panel hosts tomorrow, plus all the guests that are going to be joining me live on stage. So 100 plus people in a room, lots of interaction, lots of networking, all the good stuff that we're hopefully well known for. Really excited about that. How about you, Mike? You're going to be live in the room as well. What are you most excited about tomorrow?
Well, I received a few comments, both from family and friends, and also today from Mary, that my hair was looking a bit untidy. She actually said it looked like I was wearing a wig on Monday, which I thought was, I don't know. It is. So, yeah. So you can come and see my white bits tomorrow because I've got tan lines everywhere. Oh, hello, Jack. Thank you.
Jack White's watching us live. He's mentioned you're looking very sharp. So I know what Mary means, though. You know, with the mop that you had, it was getting in your eyes. You're missing times. You're missing cues. Jack says you're looking sharp. Yeah, look, I'm only jealous, Mike, because I can't do the same as what you can do. Right, look, that's you. That's enough for you and me banging on about what's been going on today and yesterday. Let's bring our wonderful guests on. So I'm going to bring them on all at the same time, and I'm going to ask them all to introduce themselves. So here we go, and there we go. Right. We will start with the lovely Mandy. Could you introduce yourself, please, Mandy? Who you are and where you're from, please.
Of course. I'm Mandy Jenkins. I'm the AP Purchasing Manager with InterDigital Incorporated. We're based out of Wilmington, Delaware in the U.S.
Lovely. Thank you, Mandy. And
Welcome.
the lovely Mary.
Hi, I'm Mary Schaefer from AP Now, a few miles away from Mandy. We joke we have to come over to England to meet, but, what the hey. And I'm just happy to be here.
Thank you, Mary. And Louise.
Hi, I'm Louise Gig from NAV Canada in Ottawa, Canada, and I'm the Financial Services Systems Manager and Disbursements. So all things going out the door money-wise.
Thank you, Louise. So we've got an international global panel of experts, influencers, and we've got the one and only Alistair. Where are you from, Alistair, and what part of the world are you in?
Well, I'm from England, and I'm feeling very lonely here, where we've got people from Canada and America, etc. around. We're actually based in Derby in the UK, so right in the centre of the UK.
Lovely. Thank you, Alistair. And more importantly, you're one of our sponsors for the summit this week, which is tomorrow. You've worked with us for many years. And we were just discussing, actually, as we came on, Mandy was saying that she's just at the point where she's going to the onboarding call with your team over in the States. So the pressure's on now, Alistair. You've got to go for a word in for Mandy to make sure that all works well.
We're expecting big things here.
I'm sure we'll deliver. I was very nervous when you said that. I thought, oh, no, it's fantastic that we've got somebody who's about to join us on the journey. And I really, really wish you a lot of luck with it. You'll not need it with our technology. We've got a great team all around the world, especially over in the States. And we've got fantastic technology as well.
Yeah,
and
I would agree.
I'll make you a promise. If when this is finished, I'll send you my details. And if you have any issues at all, get in touch and we'll make sure that we put it right, because that's what we do.
Wonderful. Now Jeff's going to feel the pressure on this one.
Jeff, if you want to, no pressure, sir. No pressure.
Right, no pressure.
This not only this live, Mandy, this is being recorded, so hold him to account. But look, ESCA are a great organisation. It's a global organisation. We'll talk more about ESCA and the organisation. But let's talk about AP Week. That's what we're here to talk about. Accounts Payable Appreciation Week. Hopefully, Mandy, Mary, and Louise, you've been watching all the social posts on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and Twitter, and all these malarkey that we do and we push out. Have you been getting involved? Have you done anything in the States or in Canada? And have you been watching it with I don't know, with enjoyment? Mandy, have you seen any of the posts? I saw one of your posts, by the way, yesterday.
Oh yeah, I'm actually my partner joked this morning. He's like, I can't wait till AP Week is over because everything that I'm liking and commenting on is showing up on his feed as well. So I told him too bad. It's a good week, so he's just got to hang on, and I expect him to like everything too. So but we've gotten involved. One of my posts yesterday said that Tuesday is the only day in the week that my hybrid team gets together all in person. So I didn't make a cake or bake anything because I know what my wheelhouse is, and baking's not that. But I did run out to the bakery. I got some cupcakes and passed them around the office and told everyone, it's AP Appreciation Week. So get on board, celebrate us.
Thank you. I saw your post and I thought it was great, and we'll share it in a second. So part of this wrap up, if you like, today of day 3. I share the AP Wall of Appreciation. So I know your post made it to the walls, Mandy. So we'll share that. How about you, Mary? Have you been watching with?
I've been watching. Cupcakes sound good to me, Mandy. I'd be happy with that. So, and I'm sure your team was. Yeah, I've been watching. And I made that so tactful comment to Mike earlier today. Yeah. Sorry about that. And it's just great from my standpoint to see everybody participating and just to see the accounts payable folks get recognized. It does my heart good just to see it, and lots of thumbs up.
And I think that's the thing, Mary. I think it's just, Stuart Griffiths, he's been on several panels, and he always goes over the top with everything he does. But actually, you know what? He commented to me the other day. He said, look, I've had some, strange looks, where I put posters all over the place. I'm dressing up as the counts, he's dressing up for the day. And he said, should I be worried? And I went, well, unless it's your direct manager who's saying that you've not made the payments and none of your suppliers have been made. Right. enjoy it. Take the time. We don't get very often that we can celebrate all things AP.
Right.
So, and you know what? And as I said, and I really mean this. So, Stuart, COO, CFO, they got involved. They took the time to come and see Stuart and the team. They got involved. I think it was the cakes, but they took some photos. But it was lovely to see. He felt that am I pushing it too far this year? Because he really has gone over the top. But no. This is our week. This is what we do. So,
do you know what, Jamie? I saw when I was reading through the posts on LinkedIn, and I thought it was hysterical. Somebody, and I don't know who it was, commented on his Count Dracula. It's like, I'm afraid you sleep in that thing, guy.
Well, and didn't he post the picture of him laying down on the table?
Yeah.
So.
He did. And you know what was funny, that I thought he was like lying like in sort of a coffin, and he said no. He said, I was waiting for my next meeting, so I got sleepy laying on the table.
One of the things that he shared with us, actually, it was off camera. We did a session with him. He said that it was really nice, actually, in his business. One of the engineering team, so obviously it was for a big organization.
Yeah. One
of the engineering team had benefited from some of the freebies that he brought into the canteen, and he said, they were like, "What's all this AP about? Why don't we have that for engineers?" So it's really good that he's making such an impact within his own business.
It is, and a positive one.
Indeed. And how about you, Louise? Have you been watching along and getting involved?
I have been, I've been checking out all of the posts and everything, and it's nice to see that people are getting together virtually, not virtually, in person, to have the celebrations, to mark the fact that we have a whole bunch of people that got a whole bunch of awesome skills.
Right.
And I think that's the thing, is every time we do one of these live sessions, the wrap-up sessions, or I talk to people throughout the week, what's lovely about everything is that everybody says the same. It's just, this is our week. We want to celebrate it. But I forget, I get all our team in the back, the background to sort of get all this done and arranged. So we have the whole week where we celebrate. But actually, everyone has to do a day job as well. So it's all the great stuff they do. And they have to mix this in with the day job they do, make sure suppliers get paid and, the business keeps running. But it's testament to what accounts payable do. We juggle many things and we get on with our jobs, don't we, Mary?
Jamie, there was one other thing that stood out in addition to Count Dracula, or whatever he calls himself. And that was, I don't know if you saw this, ladies. The men probably didn't notice. Did you see the nail polish?
I did.
I loved it. Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
That was Jamie's nails.
Those were Jamie's nails.
I've had to take them off for today. But Alistair, if you didn't see them, my lovely wife decided to go to whatever a nail technician is and take her branded nails. And in fairness, he was a guy, actually. He was a man who did it for her. He did an amazing job. Yeah. She came back and she showed me, and I was actually half tempted to go and get them done myself. I'm always on brand. I normally drink a bug, but they did look spectacular. So tomorrow, live, my wife's in the room, I think, so she'll be showing off and sparkling her nails. So
she'll be the envy of everybody there.
Mm-hmm.
Mary, look, a quick question for you three experts, Mandy, Louise, and Mary. So you're the experts in all things AP and expenses. I'm assuming I can expense her nails because it's a business expense.
It's a marketing expense.
Yeah.
Marketing.
Now, you notice if a guy came in and said, I don't know, he had something shaved into his head, or I don't know what it meant to, we'd have a different take on it. But no, seriously, put a few more pictures up.
Well, look,
Jamie, I must admit, I did see the tweet, but I didn't show it my wife, because all that would have meant was that she'd want to go and get her nails done. So I kept it from her. So that's my confession. Let me tell you,
that was probably an expensive nail job. Just to warn you, Alistair.
I have no clue how much it costs, but you're probably right there, Mary. So let me share my screen if it's just coming up now. So we're just coming up with the wall of appreciation. Let me share some of the posts, and then we'll continue the chat. So 2 seconds. Let me share my screen. There we go. Hopefully you can see the screen. Yep. So let's start with the wonderful post that Mary just pointed out there. Somewhere down here, there's loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads. I don't know where they are. I can't find the ones, but I'll find that in a second. Oh, there they are.
Yeah.
There they are. Look at that.
Wow, look at that.
I like that sparkly one too.
Yeah, there you
go. But the AP is so perfect.
And it looks just like their logo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely a marketing expense.
It is. I'm agreeing with you, Mary. I don't know how much they cost, but whatever it costs, I'm sure that Neil, my business partner, wouldn't mind putting those through. But as you can see, clearly, and by the way, we've had pets dress up in the week. So Michael Short, who's our ops director here in the UK, he got his pet to dress up with a lanyard and whatever. So we've got pets, cats, dogs, you know, we've had it. Let's have a look at a few from today. We've got, Heather, and Heather's always taking it to another level. So there's the AP mug, there's the Minions, and the Going Bananas. And what's interesting there is Teresa and Heather are part of our education team in the UK. Believe it or not, Teresa is petrified of Minions. So this post is meant from Heather to Teresa. You can see that compadre, that sort of team spirit going on in the background. So Heather being crazy as she always is. Here's Mandy's post. Look, here we go. This is what Mandy posted yesterday. So explain this one to us, Mandy.
I walked into my office a few weeks ago, and one of my newest team member is there on Thursdays. She's the only one in the office from our team. She snuck into my office and decorated my board so I would see it bright and early Monday morning.
Oh, that was nice.
It was. And then somehow my door got locked. I'm not in the habit of locking my office. So when she went in the next Thursday, she couldn't get in. So she was disappointed. But I've left the artwork up. I like it.
Love it. We've got a couple of more posts. So, and this was another one. This was an interesting one. We've got Kat watching live. Actually, I can see her in the chat room. So, Kat Moy and Jude Songhurst, who from two different organisations, both sort of northeast based in the UK, decided to collaborate. So they got together as two businesses, did a virtual session. And just shared the love. They went through some experiences, got the two teams together. I've had, the privilege of teaching both teams. Actually, I've had both individual sets of team go through some of our courses with us. So I know that would have been a really exciting and upbeat session, as you can see there. So Kat and Jude pulled this together. And what's lovely about that is, again, so it's not association driven. This is just two of our members, two of our influencers getting together, putting themselves together on Zoom and spending an hour or two celebrating all things AP. And actually, you know what? They had so much fun. Apparently, they're going to do it again, and they're going to get more people involved. So I don't know if we need the association anymore. We'll just get Kat and Jude to run that side. But you can see clearly, everybody gets involved. So well done, Kat. Well done, Jude. Let's have a couple of others before we shoot out. And then we had Samantha Vaughan from Essentra. You can see here on her picture, they were baking cakes, sharing it in their finance environments. You clearly can see they've got the branded backgrounds behind them, celebrating all things accounts payable. They roped in Linda, who's their finance director as well. Lovely to see. A really, really lovely organisation. Samantha Vaughan's going to be on one of the panels, and I know a couple of her team are going to be there tomorrow as well. So we just had, again, please go onto the Wall of Appreciation on our website, on AP Association's website. There's lots and lots and lots, as you can see. There's, lots of probably 100 plus photos on there and videos. Have a look through. We won't go through too many more today, but as I say, it's one of those glorious times where we can share things like this. Let me stop sharing my screen. So there we go. Okay, back to normal. So you can see loads and loads of things that's been going on around predominantly the UK and around, from Monday over in the US. So this, Alistair, so you've seen all the craziness. Let's bring you back to some more. I don't know whether you want to join in with the craziness. I don't know.
No, let's keep it crazy. It's fine.
There you go. I knew you was going to say that. Look, you're joining us for the summit Thursday. So thank you very much. Again, we appreciate your support this year. Actually, you've joined us a few times. You've joined us for a couple of updates this year. You join us for the conference later in the year as well, which is exceptional. And we got your friend and my friend, somebody that we all remember from 2019 when Mary was there. We got Mr. Brad Burton there tomorrow, and he's also going to be with us at the conference as well. So tell us a bit what you've been up to and what you're looking forward to at the event tomorrow.
I think tomorrow's event is probably more exciting than it has been for a long time for two reasons. One, the business world is changing, whether you're in America or whether you're in the UK, and it'll be interesting to hear what people are saying and how their business world's changing. I think AP is becoming, you know what I'm like, Jamie, I firmly believe that AP is very, very, very vital, not important, but vital to a business. And one of the great things about your wall showed how it doesn't have to be difficult. It needs to be fun, and we need to engage people. And really, AP Appreciation Week, it shouldn't be a week, it should be a year, in my opinion, and it should last the whole year. But from tomorrow, I'm really looking forward to talking to people and finding out how their business has changed, how AP's changed for them, and what they're doing for the business, and also to share our solutions and what we can do for customers as well, and companies. My colleague Dan is going to be there, who I know some people have met, and just really to get involved with the day. And yes, I'm looking forward to Brad as well, because he always makes it fun and interesting, and it's memorable as well.
And you know what? And again, myself and Mary do quite a lot of stuff over the last couple of years. We've tried to keep the global community entertained, educated, you name it, we've done it. And what I'd say, Mary, is that I've spoken to Alistair many a time, and we spent some time in 2019 face to face. And he is really a big advocate. He really does love the world of accounts payable. And I know that we spoke last year, Alistair, and you were really keen to get back face to face. It's where the magic happens. It's where we all know the virtual world's great, and what we're doing today is great for our community that's still struggling to get back to face. But we made a big point to try and get as many face-to-face events this year. And, it's a bit of a risk for us, but actually it's paying off, touch wood. 100 plus people tomorrow. We're going for, a bigger number in October. But, we both agree, myself and Mary, that face-to-face is where we've got to get back to. And I know, Alistair, you're a big fan of that as well.
Oh, definitely. There's nothing better than actually meeting people and discussing challenges and how you can help, and just sharing information as well between everybody. And I just think that's fantastic. And I'm hoping that the influencers feel the same way as well. Otherwise, I might feel a bit embarrassed.
No, Mandy, Louise, I'm pretty sure you feel the same way.
Yep, totally agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
Totally agree. It's been too long.
It has. And again, Louise was just saying actually that she's flying over to the UK in September. Is it your daughter's getting married? I think you said, Louise. And
she's going to university.
Sorry, university. That's right. She's going to university. One of our other friends actually is going to getting married. So going to university in Glasgow, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yes.
Glasgow. So what we said, Alistair,
2 years.
Sorry, 2 years. So what we said, Alistair, is that Louise is either going to try and put her off for a month so she can stay for October and come to the annual conference, or spend the month in Glasgow. It's a lovely city. It's very historic. And you'll pick up the accent as well, the good Scottish accent that's up there.
I'm saying nothing because mine's a Scottish name, so I'm going to be very careful what I say, Jamie. So I'm going to just keep quiet on that, please.
Half of my family from Scotland and actually from Glasgow, so I know it very, very well. I can't speak any Scottish at all, but I know it very well. So your daughter will be in safe hands, Louise, and she'll really enjoy her time there. And Mary, look, we're hoping, we keep doing this, don't we? Keep crossing our fingers that you're going to fly and join us in October for our annual conference on the 12th of October.
I am planning, and when I'm making my appointments, when people ask me to speak, I have that week blocked out. So we're actually flying to Europe this summer. So I'm assuming, like I say, fingers crossed, but I hope to be there, and hope maybe some of Mandy and Louise would join, but
I've priced out tickets, but I don't know if I can get it approved to expense the cost of coming over.
You know what? It's one of those, isn't it, that we would love all about, because for anybody who's watching this live or watching it back on playback, we have this thing called the top 100 influencer community, and Louise, Mary, and Mandy have been on that list for many years now. This will be coming into our 4th or 5th year, and what's amazing is that like now, for instance, in the UK when we're recording this live, it's 2:00. Goodness knows what time it is wherever you're dialing in from, but you absolutely put the time and effort into joining the global community, and that is something that it shows passion, it shows support, but ultimately, from me personally, it's a huge thank you, because it means a lot for us, and because we can't get you over here, and maybe the price of tickets, this is why we have to do these virtual stuff. So you know what, Mandy, if we can't get the thing expensed this year, if we can get some more members on, or I don't know, if Alistair pays us a bit more in sponsorship, we'll fly you over next year. put him on the spot. But we would love to get the global community over as we can. Slowly but surely we'll get some more this year and into next year. But we really want to get back to it.
Jamie, one of the problems with doing things virtually is sometimes the internet connection breaks, and I'm afraid what you just said then it broke. I don't quite know what happened.
That's convenient.
So Mandy, look, I tell you what to do. Just put it on his bill. So when they're doing the bill, put it on his bill. But look, honestly, it's thank you so much for our international influencers. Mary's obviously been in this world for a few years.
That's how I say it.
That's exactly how we do it. But over the last few years, Mary's been a mentor to me and the association. We've worked closely alongside each other, and our community's grown. So Mary's community's grown, our community's grown. It's been a struggle. Let's be honest, Mary. It's been a struggle because we've been trying to keep people at beat. We've been trying to keep people, engaged, entertained, and educated. But what's like tomorrow, for instance. What's nice is when you get people in that room face to face again. It just feels like, when you meet the family again and you go, you haven't seen them for years or months, whatever. That's how that feeling is. And we've done a few of these already. And tomorrow will be exactly the same nowadays.
Yeah, it should be. I think it'll be a really fun time. So, and Mandy, just in case you can get it approved, maybe we could think about a joint topic we could talk about.
That would be wonderful.
There you go. Heard it here first.
Add it on. I can spin this in a way to get it approved.
Yeah.
And you know what? Just to wrap it up, and Louise, you could join the panel. We'll get it sponsored by ESCA. This panel.
There we go.
Oh, sorry, the connection went again, Jamie.
Hey, listen. You see, Mike, your job's easy. All you got to do is put somebody on live and attack them. But in all fairness, look, ESCA, you've been a great partner of ours for many a year, and this year more so than ever. You're attending a lot of our live events. Appreciate that because, again, I've spoke to Mary about this several times. Yes, our community, just as Mandy is now putting her time, effort and support into bringing the ESCA solution into your business, which will help your business, help your team. But actually for the association, the reason why we work with our partners such as ESCA is it helps us do things like tomorrow, the events and our conference. It makes us so that we don't have to charge people hundreds of pounds to come to an event. We get the sponsorship so we can keep the tickets at a rate that people can afford. So Alistair, thank you for what you do. And the pressure's on. You've got a live guest who's using your solution in the US, and I know that you'll do an excellent job.
Well, Jamie, to be fair, I'm the one who's always haranguing on about not doing sales pitches. But at the end of the day, especially in the accounts payable function, technology is playing a huge role. Yeah. So to say we're just going to talk about process and we're not going to talk about technology, I think is missing the point and is sticking your head in the sand. So there is a role for companies like ESCAR to play in an event like this. And one of the things that I tell people, Alistair may not be 100% pleased with what I'm about to say, but the nice thing about going to an event like this, a live event, is you can see several people who offer solutions, ESCAR as well. And then you're armed with some information to go back. You can talk to them. You can have a conversation about what your particular needs are. And then you go back with information. Now, I know, Alistair, you prefer they just talk to you. That's the part you may not like. But from a realistic standpoint, if you do a good job, they'll pick you, or if it's a good fit. But it's nice to be able to talk to several providers in one location.
Yeah.
From our point of view, yes, obviously, I'd love it if everybody just saw ESCA and didn't go anywhere else and picked us. But being serious for a minute, that's not real life.
Right. Exactly.
There are a number of customers out there. We all do a good job, but ESCA's better. And from that point of view, it's great to be able to see people we might not get the chance to normally,
right?
And and discuss what's happening in the market and hopefully help some.
Right.
And I think you're right. I think, as the association, we have to stay as independent as we can. We work with several partners in the same space as ESCA, and we don't promote any other than we do. But actually, like we always promote, Mary, and I'm sure Louise and Mandy, you you sort of support this. It's all about educating yourself. You know,
Right.
go and speak to the likes of Esker and Alistair. Go and listen to what they've got to say. Mandy, you were saying that when you went out and had several pitches about who you wanted to work with, so you know the sort of requests for information, all that good stuff, and you chose Esker based on your business requirements. So it's yes, absolutely a great organisation, but you must have spoken to a few people, got to know the organisation, got to know the solution, etc. So Alice, you're right. You know, plenty of people can Google, plenty of people can go to shows and all that good stuff. What really comes out is the quality of the people, the quality of the systems and solutions. More importantly, the support you give them post implementation, which is I know is all very important.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
So
the
Louise,
knowledge that you gain by talking to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I mean, AP doesn't. It's not. It changes all the time.
Yep.
And you need to keep up with new technology, with new processes, with the way that other people do things. And this is the perfect forum to do that when you've got, you know, you're able to talk to each other, you're able to get ideas, you're able to solve problems. You may not even be in the same country, but it doesn't matter. The basics are similar.
You know, Louise,
and I think from this year as well, the problems that you're facing are different from last year and the year before.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, you know, the chance to go and meet people and to talk to people, irrespective of the technology as well, but that's going to be a massive benefit to everybody who turns up tomorrow.
Yeah. And, you know, the other thing that changes, which we're talking a lot about technology, but is all the new frauds. And unfortunately, frauds don't discriminate. And if we're having it here in the US, you're probably having it in the UK. I wish it was different. Except for check fraud. Don't get me started.
Mary, you know what? Believe it or not, we still write checks in the UK. Not as many as the States, probably, but we still write them in the UK. It's probably some of our public sector organisations that probably should probably upgrade what they do. So there are still organisations, but you're right. Again, you know, you and I agree in this, Mary. We've spoken many a time that the best way to educate yourself, especially around frauds, you know, global frauds, is to communicate and tell others what's happening across the pond. It must be the same in Canada. It must be the same in States. And we have our European partners. And I know from Esker's point of view, because actually Esker's solution covers both sides. It's both the receivables and the payables. So you deal with both sides.
Yeah.
We start to work with the receivables folk now because actually it's important you start to communicate with the people sending you the invoices so they understand.
Right.
I was on a panel last week talking to a whole bunch of credit professionals. And do you know what? It was as though I was sitting on an AP panel. They had exactly the same issues with fraud as we did in the AP world. And I sat there thinking, have I dialed into the wrong call type thing? And all of it boiled down to education, training your teams, and then communicating what that came down. That was the core that came out of it, really was. And Esker, you didn't get mentioned, but actually solutions that cover both sides, actually not a bad call, really.
Yeah.
I'll find out where you were last week, Jamie, after this call, and I'll be on it. Don't worry.
No, I'm on it next week if you want to sponsor an event.
But it also helps understand the issues on both sides of the coin.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned that, Jamie. I was on a call with our accounts receivable folks a couple of weeks ago, and they've got to mail out some invoices and statements and stuff. And they asked me my opinion because I'm on the receiving end of all of those invoices and statements. Right. And it was a terrific collaboration.
And again, so myself and Mary, we ran a global summit earlier in the year, and Mary brought on a guy from the FBI. Actually, he's a retired FBI agent, and you know what? We're in the UK, and he scared me to absolute death. But he was amazing, you know. And again, if you look at the success of that summit we ran. His talk was probably the best one because he was impactful. He talked about global fraud and about that. And again, his message came out. It was about educating yourself, training your team and communicating it, but being aware of these frauds and talking to your business, talking to the receivables folks or the invoicing folks. That's what it all comes down to. So again, if you haven't watched that already, give Mary a shout. I'm sure she'll get you a link there somewhere, but he was great. And he really did scare me to death. I'm pretty sure he's probably doing background checks on me now. So I don't know. But there we go. Look, the wife's come in. She's just, Rachel, you're watching us live. I know you're watching us live. Everybody loves your nails. So if you're watching that, they loved your nails.
We're focused on the important stuff.
Right.
Forget this global fraud. We want some nails which got AP logos on, but there's the wife saying hello. Okay, look, we're going to wrap it up around about now. Again, thank you so much for joining us, our global international panel. We will hopefully get you in a room with us, maybe this year in October. If not, we'll plan it for next year. But what people don't know and don't see is that our global influencer panel here, they do an awful lot in the background. We have regular check-ins. We get together quite regularly, and we talk about all things that are impacting our industry, and we shape the industry. So you don't see that goes on behind the scenes. But so thank you, Mandy, Mary, and Louise. Alistair, as always, thank you so much for taking the time to come and see us today. Look forward to having a cake and a coffee with you tomorrow. And if you want to stay behind, maybe a beer. And Mike,
Can I say thank you, Jamie and Mike, for hosting this and for doing all that you do? Sometimes don't get the same thanks that we do.
Yeah, I second that.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies. And Mike, you've been really quiet, but look, you can't get a word in when we've got a panel of experts like this. It's very difficult for your word. But let's give Mike at least a few minutes of word. Come on, tell us how have you found the session today, Mike?
No, it's great. I mean, I have less probably to do with our members and influencers than yourself. Obviously, I spend most of my time looking after our partners and the operation side with the great team that we've built underneath on the partner side. And thanks to Carly, I just want to thank everyone really. So our team, obviously our sponsors, our community for engaging and just getting involved. We're growing something here. And if you're watching this for the first time and you're like, who are these crazy folks and what are they doing? What we're doing is providing avenues for you to improve your own career, accelerate the performance of your team, access the resources that you need. And we've got loads of ways you can do that. You can through our website, you can come to events, you can join as a free member, you can join and train, but just get involved and keep attuned to what we're doing and keep following Mary at AP Now and what she's doing in the industry, shaping the dialogue around fraud. And I know there's loads of partners we work with, and we haven't got time now to go into that again. Well, maybe we'll wrap that up on Friday, I think. But no, just loving the fact that I think there's a momentum being built, especially after we've come out of the back of the last 2 years. It's very encouraging. And I mean, there's it's grassroots. It's just growing organically, which is nice too. So that's where I'm at.
There you go. Look, it's very, very. That was very rah actually. I might get you on stage tomorrow, Mike. You never know. But yeah, thank you, Mike and Mary. Look, before we go, I don't normally allow people to have shout outs, but you're different. You're doing a technology focus week, I think, in June. Go on,
June 13th through 17th. AP Technology Week. It's free for anybody who wants to attend, watch the sessions. If you sign up, you'll get the free AP Technology Week publication that we're going to put out. We'll post all the talks so everybody can see it, and hopefully we'll all learn a little bit. Thanks, Jamie.
No problem at all. Right, look, we're going to leave it there. So thank you so much for taking the time to do it. Thank you for everybody who's watching in, whether you're watching live or you're watching it after the events. Hopefully we'll see a bunch of you tomorrow. And remember, we're doing a live stream of Brad tomorrow at 2:00. So if anybody can't attend, he'll be on at 2:00. I'll be doing the roaming camera thing tomorrow with him, if I can keep up with him. And then on Friday, we'll have a wrap-up session around 2:00-ish again. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you, Alistair. Thank you, Mike. And I'll see you all again tomorrow. Cheers, everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Happy AP week.